we get another call in the TOC, and at this time I think I'm getting ready to get fired. Like there was transitioning people around, and I was happy to be get ready to be fired, and I was hoping to be fired. That was my whole point, was to get out of that TOC. We get this 9 line. The first 4 lines of a 9 line is all you need to react. So this guy comes over. We hear somebody come over the net, and they come over the net, and they start calling this 9 line. And we were like, okay, everybody in the TOC is spinning. This kid, this voice sounded real young, and comes over and he starts calling this 9 line. And the digits that he gave us, Sergeant Gross runs over to the board, because we got our TOC kind of set up like we want to now. Runs over to the board, and he says, sir, they can't be there. That's the wrong grid coordinate. And we call back and we say, hey, listen, that grid that you gave us is wrong. Can you give us a better grid? We just give us 6. We don't even need 8. We know you're somewhere on Route Jackson. We need you to give us another grid. He gave us another 8. They're still wrong. He's calling out the numbers wrong. Oh, and now we're like, okay, maybe they're reversed. Maybe he doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe he does. And he says, never mind, I'm coming into 5 Falcon right now. Have the gates open. And I'm like, okay. So I get in touch with this little specialist named Marsh. I say, hey, Marsh, get in touch with our gate guys, and the Ugandans ran our gate. Let them know that someone's coming in the gate. And we knew it was Air Force that was coming in, EOD. This guy comes in, they open up the gate, and the Ugandan calls back over our regular net and says, he's hurt really bad. We were like, roger that, we got it, we know. He's already called his 9 line. He says, no, he's hurt really bad. We were like, what is this guy talking about? So, because our MEG team, Lieutenant Huda and his team was supposed to meet them at the front gate. But this guy, the way I'm to understand it, was coming in pretty hot. And ended up finding out that there was a lieutenant from the Air Force that had called this 9 line in, was calling his own 9 line and was driving because his driver had passed out or something. And then when I eventually got to where he was, like his leg was gone. Basically, like it's no more. It was shattered to the point where, they were ready to move him to Germany was when I got to where he was. And I just wanted to know that this is what was going on. I mean, it was a matter of like an hour, between the time that he was calling this 9 line. It wasn't even an hour to the time I finally made it over to the medic unit to find out who this guy was. And he's talking to they say he had passed out just as soon as he got in the gate. So he just drove up, passed out. But then when I got to him, he was talking and apologizing for getting the wrong grid coordinate. And I was sitting there like, man, how can you be that guy? How can you be that powerful? Like, how can you be that individual who can call your own 9 line in? It's not like a medical alert bracelet where you just push the button, I've fallen, I can't get up. This is a guy who's probably getting ready to lose his leg, who got hit. If there was ever an amazing moment to me while we were in Iraq, that captured that moment for me. I bottled with that. And I don't get sad because I don't think he was sad. Now I don't know what happened to his driver. I'm hoping that he did live, but to me, in my mind, that kid, he's a superhero. Yeah.